Welcome back to the channel. My name is A-bomb. Welcome back to Football Manager 2021 and Eastern Resurgence 2 with Steaua Bucharest. And today we start the proper European competition. We're in the Europa Conference League group stages, and today we're taking on our first opponent in our group, and they are Greek side PAOK. So going to be a fun test to see where we sort of sit in terms of these other European sides. And throughout these group stages, we're going to visit 3 more countries in Europe as we continue our journey around Europe for these qualifying matches. And now for the Europa League, the Europa Conference League proper. We're also going to have a game today against Dynamo Bucharest. It's been a while since we've seen an Eternal Derby on camera, so we're going to have one of those as well. And if you're enjoying the series, do drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, then do subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's just jump straight into the first match, shall we? But first of all, I've got a couple of bits of business to go through, one of which is transfers. We're now into September and the window has closed, and last time I showed you that we had sold Slavisa Maksimovic to Siroki Brijeg. Since then, we've had a couple of other departures in the first team, one of which is left-back Andrei Radu, who's gone to Karpaty, and 30 years old. He was third choice because we brought in Lukovic, and Nechu performed that a little bit better last season towards the end. So Radu was on the transfers. Karpaty came in, and we got £300,000 for him, which I'm pretty pleased with, considering we got him for nothing. To get 300k is pretty good. He was valued at around 700, but we were never going to get that. So to get £300,000 for him, I'm pretty content with that. And also, Antonio Stupa has left the club on loan at Botev Vratsa in Bulgaria. He has got a view to a permanent deal. There is an optional transfer fee of just over 200,000 if they do want to make it a permanent deal. But Stupa, after his cruciate injury last season, I feel like he's not really going to get back into the first team because we have Nezovic out there, we have Vandas, we've also got Dinoza who can play on the left-hand side as well, and we've got some youngsters, and I'd rather give the chance to those guys than to Stupar, who unfortunately just never really recovered from the long-term injury. So those departures mean that we do have a couple more spaces in the team. So we brought in George Michael. It's not his name. His name's George Mikel, M-I-C-L-E, but I've changed it to George Michael because I feel like it. So he's going to be a backup goalkeeper behind Erez. We still have Alexandru Greab, but 33, 34 years old, I think. I'm not sure if he's even going to be like second choice anymore. He's got 2 years left on his deal, so I think we're going to maybe offer him out in January. But George Michael's going to be our new backup goalkeeper, and we'll probably play in the Romanian Cup this season. He's not a bad keeper. At 24 years old, he's also homegrown. He's had 1 cap for the Romanian under-21s. Got good aerial reach. Reflexes aren't too bad. Mentally, he's not terrible. And physically, agility is the only thing you really need there. And at 6'4" as well, you know, he's a decent height. He's a decent keeper, and one that I think can be good enough for like a backup, I think. We've also brought in August Mikkelsen, who is a winger that can play on either side. He's right-footed, and he's come from Start in Norway. Played 10 games for them so far this year. Hasn't been overly impressive, but I liked the attributes on this guy. He looks pretty good, so we brought him in. We had a couple to choose from. We got this guy, and there was another guy who was a little bit younger. Let's see if I can find where he was. The other guy was Nick Perk, a Slovenian player, who was really only for the right-hand side and had some good attributes. I mean, again, the technicals there are pretty good, but the other guy, the guy that we got, Mikkelsen, was just a bit better mentally and physically. Perk was a bit better technically, but was a lot more expensive. We've only paid £13,000 for Mikkelsen. He's valued at 275. It was pretty much a pre-contract with just a bit of compensation. And he looks pretty good, and if all goes badly, we've always got that Perk guy to maybe get in if we need him. But hopefully we won't have to worry about cheap options next season because we're getting a lot of money in. For just playing in these group stages, we've got over £2 million. Our balance is now over 7. I've managed to agree a transfer budget next season of £2 million, and that may well increase again. So we've got plenty of money to play with. The finances are nice and secure. So thankfully, we're in a really good place financially, and hopefully next season we can start really spending some money. I did play a couple of league games off camera. You may well have seen the scores already because I spoiled them. So the first one was a 1-0 win at home against the FC Hermannstadt. Good defensive performance. Just the 1 goal, and that came from Egson Dinoza on 20 minutes. A bigger scoreline would have been nice here, but we did rotate a little bit. Ishmael was rested. Nezovic was rested. Bordea started on the left wing. So it wasn't the first choice front 3 by any means. The defence was good as well. Nikolic played and was all right. And the midfield wasn't terrible. And then against Botoshani, it was a convincing 4-0 victory where, you know, we had lots of possession, we were good with our chances. And yeah, this was a much more impressive performance and another big win. The form in the league at the moment is very inconsistent. We've had huge wins. We've had a 6-0, a 5-1 and a 4-0 all the way from home, I think. And then we've lost 2-0 at home to Sepsi. That happened either last video or the video before. And it was a good performance here. Ismail broke the deadlock after about 15 minutes. Dinoza made it 2 just after the half hour. In the second half, it was 3-0 very early on as Nezovic scored within 90 seconds. And then deep into stoppage time, Dinoza scored a 4th. And that was after Botoshani did have the ball in the net, but that was disallowed. So yeah, convincing 4-0 win. Botoshani maybe unlucky not to score. But yeah, we just showed our quality here, showed our superiority against a team that, you know, I think got promoted this season. So the table at the moment looks like this. We sit in second place with 15 points from second games. Hermannstadt are surprising everyone and the top of the table at the moment. They're doing very impressively. But 2 matches today. We're going to take on PAOK in our first Europa League group game. And then we've got the home game against Dynamo for the Eternal Derby. So we'll jump into the PAOK game then and let's see what we can do here. I think we'll start on balance just so we can get a feel for how we sort of match up against these guys. I think I need to register Mikkelsen for this if I can. I might be too late though. Yeah, I can't register him yet, so we'll have to wait a little bit for some European matches. We've also signed a central midfielder, but we were just a little bit too late with it, so he's not going to join us till January, but I'll show you him once he's fully signed. We just left that one a little bit too late, and it got agreed after deadline day. So I think this is the team we're going to go with for today. The same team that won 4-0 against Botoshani, so hopefully it will do well. I think this is a sort of result where we're probably going to lose, but if we can avoid defeat in this match, then I think we'll stand a good chance of maybe getting something in this group. You know, there's not going to be any chance of getting anything for third, so to progress here, we need top 2, but we'll just see how we go. And here's a bomb for PAOK, 15 minutes on the clock. Interception by Zubile. Here's Douglas Augusto to Lagumina. And Moro's got lots of space out wide here. Zubile was a bit too far forward, I think. I don't think that's Zubile, though. I think that's Dinoza. It is. So I think we're sitting a bit narrow. Here's Tzolis to Karasic. And PAOK lingering on the edge of the 18-yard box here. But we've got a lot of people in the box and around the box. But Tzolis has managed to get through and give PAOK a 1-0 lead after 15 minutes. Missed interception, apparently. Yeah, we had a lot of people around the box. We weren't really closing them down. But, you know, they were being very patient around the edge of the 18-yard box. They got, like, you know, passing between that triangle there. And then finally an opening for Tzolis. So let's push that defensive line up and we'll get stuck in. I did take them off, but we're going to give it a go. A few minutes left of the first half. We do have the ball in the half. Vasilescu with a switch to Netu. Here's Morong. Out to Vasilescu. Netu gets it back. Could be a chance for an opening for us here. And it's blocked by Karasic though. And here's Tzolis. Hopefully we don't, you know, let them break from this because they could get a second goal. We're playing very high up. We've got almost every player in their half. But an interception there, Manolake. Here's Lovren Nezovic. Can we equalise before half-time? Morong. Back to Nezovic. And Dinoza, shots blocked. It was a good effort and a good attacking play by us, but couldn't get the effort away. But good signs there at the end of the first half. It's 1-0 to PAOK at half-time, but we can't be too disappointed by how we've done. And we're going to the second half. I'm just going to do a no-pressure shout. You know, I'm not expecting big things from these guys in this group. So if we lose, we lose. It's not the end of the world. Changes might need to be made because there's 4 players here, 3 players. Morong, Dinoza and Ismail just having no effect on the game at all. So Morong is going to come off. Dan Toma is going to come on. Dinoza is going to come off. And Petrik's going to make his debut. Yet to play a game for us, but he's going to make his debut here. I'm going to go attacking and just see if we can get something from this game. Maybe going direct could be a good idea. Vasilescu to Nedalea could be a chance for us to score here. Head-to-head's not going to be a factor, so if we lose 2-0, it's not too bad. But I think we need to try and get something going forward here because we really haven't had a chance in this match. But PAOK have only had one, which they scored from. So it's been a game with few chances, and if we get one, we might be good. It's Toma to Nezovic here, and Chimpianu to Zubile. Let's see what we can do here. Here's Petrik. First time we're really seeing him on the ball. Nedalea Ball to Nezovic. That's good work. And Nezovic with a great touch to get it out of his feet and slides past the goalkeeper with a left foot to equalise. PAOK 1, Steaua 1. That's what I said. We only need one chance. And we took it and we scored. Impressive. Nedalea and Petric exchanging the ball between themselves. Great ball for Nezovic. And a great first touch. Takes the past Karasic. And nice tidy finish. That's a great goal. I'm going to defend this now. If we get points like this, then we might actually get through this group. And I've got one more change to make, which is going to be Sipos for Ismail. Just go target man support. And we're just going to go direct. And we're just going to try and waste time and play for set pieces and try and save a point here. Because that would be a really impressive performance, I think. And looking at the XG, I think we might be unlucky to even draw. But PAOK took that one chance. You might say we've been slightly better than them in this game. Sipos, this could be a win here. Petric's through. Can he get a goal on his debut here? He can! Václav Petric on his debut may have just given us the winner in Greece in the first minute of stoppage time. What a performance. We were still on attacking. Take it off of that. And yeah, just a really good break here. Sipos sends through Petric, who was all by himself. Just a keeper to beat. And a nice finish with the left foot. And a 2-1 lead with just stoppage time to play. And at full time, it's PAOK 1, Steaua 2. That is a huge win. That is an incredible win. You know, I was expecting a hiding there, but that was an incredible turnaround. Antwerp also with a win. How did they do? They got a 1-0 win at home against Rapid Vienna. So we got our first 3 points of the tournament. Away in Greece. That is huge. That is actually massive. So that was a good performance. Next up, we've got Dynamo. It's an eternal derby. We haven't had one on camera in a while, but we've got a pretty good record against them, if I'm not mistaken. So looking at our meetings against Dynamo, we have beaten them the past 6 occasions. So we've got a really good record against them. Hopefully we can keep it going. There haven't been any draws, though. Okay, here we go. It's the Eternal Derby. This should be a sellout at Steaua Stadium. Hopefully it'll be a good one. Morong has not impressed recently, so we're going to take him out. We're going to start Dan Toma. And after his goal on his debut, Václav Petric is going to have his first start. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Let's push that defensive line up. And again, get stuck in. It worked last time. We'll try it again. This will hopefully be another win, as long as that continental hangover doesn't affect us again. Okay, we're on the way. We've got an immediate corner here. And it's headed up in the air by Giaffa. And it's Onea who gets the head to that. It's Nechu, who's hopefully going to keep this attack going here. Into the middle for Rarej Nedalea. And Nechu gets it back. Lots of space here, lots of time. Nedalea gets it back again. He could have a go. It's Petric. Toma to Vasilescu. And looks for that through ball, but doesn't find it. Mitrovic with the big clearance. It's going to come to Manolake, to Nechu. We're going to stay with this, because we're coming forward again here. Nechu. Toma. Again, lots of... Oh, that's a great ball for Ismail, sorry. And Mitrovic gets to it. But it was just offside anyway. Oh, Nedalea has taken a knock. Looks like a knee injury, and it might be a bad one. I think we're going to have to get him off. Don't want to risk any further damage. So, Morong is going to come on. Martin could come on, but he's not in great fitness. I want Morong to have a good performance here, because he's been in poor form recently, so hopefully he can do well. Here's Nezovic to Nechu. Toma. Nezovic has got it back here. He's going to go for goal. Oh, it's off the post. Just a little bit too much on that. Very close. I don't know how we haven't scored yet. Dynamo being very patient here. Goes for the ball forwards, but it's cut out by Cimpianu. Here's Lovren Nezovic. And a good run. And that's going to be a penalty, I think. Pesci's blowing the whistle. He's going to go over to see the monitor. That looked like a penalty to me. I think Giaffa might have brought him down. I don't think he got much, if any, of the ball. So I hope this will be a penalty for us. Hopefully we can make it 1-0 from it. And the decision is no penalty. That's a controversial one. It looked like he brought him down. But I guess he must have got enough of the ball. That's a big one. And at half time in the Eternal Derby, it is goalless. Disappointing we haven't scored yet. Petric has not done too well. I think we deserve to win this, so we'll go for a pump fists. We've won the past 6 meetings between these two teams. Okay, change is coming in. Petric has not had a great day. Denoza is going to come on. Vasilescu's had a crap game as well. This is not going well, like in the slightest. So Martin is now on in midfield. But this is still 0-0. Dynamo have barely had a shot. I think they've had 2 shots at goal. We've got a free kick here though. Dinoza, 80th minute on the clock. It's headed away. And Nechu is going to get there first. Here's Marong. Zubile. All the way back to Goran Errors. We've got 10 minutes to get a goal here. And I can't believe we haven't scored yet. We've been all over Dynamo like a rash. They've had a couple of shots, but no chances at all. And somehow we have not scored. And this is still looking like a 0-0. But here's Toma. Here's eggs on Dinoza. Now will be a nice time to get a goal. Dinoza's going to hold on to the ball here. That one strength really showing. Oh, and he's gone for it and scored. Eggs on Dinoza comes on from the bench. Gets the first goal. It's been a long time coming. 80 minutes exactly. And we have a 1-0 lead. Hopefully we can hold on to it now. To concede now would be just like us. Dinoza going all the way himself. That one strength paying off. He holds on to the ball and finishes with the left foot. Keeper beaten into the goal. 1-0, 80 minutes. Okay, last minute of the match. It looks like we're going to get the win, but it was a difficult one. We should have scored a lot earlier than we did, but we get the win against Dynamo. It's our 7th win in a row against them. But that wasn't great. I'm going to say that that was a bit of a let-off. I was impressed with the defending, but I mean, there's some poor performers in there. Petric and Vasilescu were not good, so I'm going to tell them they weren't at their best, because they weren't. But we managed to get the 3 points. That's the important thing. It wasn't a great win. It was a pretty ugly one, but we managed to get the job done. Also sends us to the top of the table, so it looks like Gaz may have either failed to win, or maybe they had a game in hand. I think that was our game in hand because it's a Sunday. So we do go top of the table, level on points with Kindia and Gaz. Hermannstadt dropped down to 5th. That lasted a while, didn't it? So what I think we're going to do is we're now going to jump ahead a fair bit because we're 5 videos into the season. We're still in September because I've been going through all the European stuff. So we are going to jump ahead a fair bit now. And I think we're going to go ahead to November to take on Rapid Vienna. So we're going to do 2 Europa Conference League games against Antwerp and Vienna off camera, as well as 3 league games and that first cup game where we don't know our opponents yet. It's going to be either Otzil, Galatsi, Miroslava or Liechti. And next video, we're going to take on Rapid Vienna at home. That will be our 4th game in the Europa Conference League. With a great start with 3 points against PAOK. We've got a tough game against Antwerp and then an away game in Austria. So we'll take them on at home and then we'll see where we are from there. And then if we need anything on the final day for the Conference League, we've got that game in Belgium against Royal Antwerp. So we may well go into that needing a result to maybe get through. So I'm sure we'll do that one on camera as well. But next video, we're going to take on Rapid Vienna at home in the Europa Conference League. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down below and leave comments. They're the best ways to support and help the channel. And if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, then do subscribe and turn on notifications. We're on both videos on camera today. That's the first time this season that's happened. And a big win in the Europa Conference League against PAOK. We got 3 points in Greece. I did not see that coming. And then we just edged it in the Eternal Derby. It was a long time coming to get the goal, but we eventually did. Both games today ending in a victory for us. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.